Kristaps Porzingis and the Mavericks returned to the Garden last night, and congrats to the Knicks, man. They got a W, and that's got to feel good for everybody in that organization.
They just won both games against
They're 2-0 against the Mavs and 1-9 against the rest of the league. And as you know, I'm a big Fizdale guy. I think that he's the one reason why anybody would have wanted to go to the Knicks as a free agent, because of that guy. But I'm going to be calm about this. I'm going to be calm about this.
Yeah, because we entered the wormhole.
I will not go down
earlier this week,
wormhole. So I promise you, it's not going. The gravitational pull will not pull me all the way down and out. Okay, I promise you this.
All right, just checking.
I will say this to all Knicks fans who booed Kristaps Porzingis.
Whoa.
You all freaked out when Phil Jackson drafted him. He turned into a purple unicorn, one of the only reasons why this team had hope, future, excitement. Then Phil lost it. Let's be honest. Let's call it. Phil was not the same Phil Jackson that we all, as Knicks fans, hoped he would be. Let's be honest here. Almost traded the guy on a draft night. Phil's last. And you all, Knicks fans, were begging for the car keys to be taken away from Phil Jackson before he traded away Kristaps Porzingis. And how outraged Phil was that he didn't stick around for an exit interview. Remember that whole exit interview thing? Remember that? Okay. Oh, what a. Then he goes back home to Europe and chills out there. And what would you do if your boss, in your estimation, had lost his or her fastball, and the ultimate boss was a total, complete schmo, and you had the hammer? You have it as an employee. What do you do? What do you do? And you're the one who gets traded away because they're creating cap space for some pie-in-the-sky notion that Kevin Durant is coming. And you can get him and somebody else as you are rehabbing from a blown-out knee. Or just to continue the analogy of you in his shoes and your job, that your career is in jeopardy and you're trying to work your way back. And you boo him when he returns to Madison Square Garden like it's his fault that you're 2-9. It's his fault that nobody came this summer. It's his fault that he's no longer on the Knicks. It's his fault. You folks are absolute marks. You are marks in the con that James Dolan is selling you. How do you buy that? How do you not boo the dude in the scarf with the coffee cup? How do you not boo the guy who would much rather win a Grammy? You give him a choice. You can win a Grammy or you can win the NBA championship. What would you rather have, James Dolan? Hand to God. You must tell the truth. You can win a Grammy for JD in the Straight Shot, or you can win the Larry O'Brien Trophy for New York City. You can have only one of the two. Which one do you choose? Please.
The gramophone.
Please. Where you get to go in front of Jay-Z and Beyonce and Quincy Jones and, Gaga and Taylor Swift and
Swiftie.
I honestly, right? T.I., get out there. Okay, you get to go in front of all of them and lift the Grammy and say, you know what? I'm the best musician out there for Schmecky Jazz.
New category this year.
Yeah, Schmecky Jazz.
A new category.
Best album - Schmecky Jazz.
Ensemble.
Yep. Or you get to lift the Larry O'Brien Trophy and send Frank Ntilikina down the Canyon of Heroes. Your choice. You're all marks in Madison Square Garden. Every last one of you to boo Porzingis. And I know, what did he say? Something, right? He said something denigrating to the Knicks in New York, whatever. What do you want him to say? I don't care what he said coming in. He's only spitting truth. You're marks. You're giving your money to this guy. And he would, if you said something denigrating to him, he'd kick you out of the Garden. He'd call you drunk. This is what he's done to fans. Like, why would you show up? I've said my piece, have I not?
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download The Rich Eisen Show app.